Hello.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Grace. Good to see you again.
Yeah, how are you?
Oh, right. My image is not showing. Yeah, good. Had a good weekend. We went out to a reservoir.
Oh, it's Mother's Day, right?
It was the Mother's Day in the States and in Taiwan and in many countries, but not in the UK.
Oh, so UK Mother's Day has another day.
Not the same day. It's more to do with religion, or we say faith. So it was actually, it's always in March.
Oh,
Yeah, but the second Sunday of May is quite international, quite global. So to a lot of countries, but not for people here.
oh, okay.
So did you get to have a good celebration?
No.
Oh, what a shame. But I see your location. You're in Kaohsiung. Am I right?
I'm in Taipei now.
Oh, you're in Taipei now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. But your geologic location in, can you see it there? It says you're in Kaohsiung.
Where? How?
Can you see it? Oh, right. I'm sorry. I haven't shared my screen. Just a second. You know, when you're too happily chatting, you do forget about things like that. So let me share my screen. There you go. Do you see that? There. It says you're in Kaohsiung.
That is weird. Mm-hmm.
That is weird. But it doesn't matter. It's somewhere in Taiwan anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, good. And I found something very interesting. It seems to be a new function provided by Zoom, and I'm trying to use that. I think that's the same thing, you know, a classroom environment, similar thing to Microsoft Teams. They have that
really?
virtual background, but it's like everybody's together in a classroom.
Oh.
I can't remember how they call that. So
Everybody
I will
in the classroom.
for their control. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Grace. Hi.
Hi, long time no see.
Long time no see. Sorry.
Yes, yes, we're all Lao Wai.
Huh?
Lao Wai. You know, it's so funny when I came to the UK, people knew, well, that time when people first met me, and they just say, oh, long time no see. I said, all right, you're becoming a Chinese.
Long time no see. Only Asia saying that.
Actually, long time no see has been adapted as part of English, but it's called Chinglish.
Chinglish.
Yes, Chinese English.
Oh,
Chinese grammar, English pronunciation.
Okay.
So altogether would be Chinglish.
Chinglish.
And in Singapore, they have Singlish.
Singlish. Oh, Singapore's
Yeah.
English is very interesting.
It is. You know, my name is not Stephanie there. My name is Stephanie.
Stephanie? Oh yeah,
They call me Stephanie.
They always they will say, okay lah, no problem.
Yeah, they always ask something at the end, like, okay lah. Well, a little bit like in Hong Kong too, they kind of have that problem. I mean, not those who can have, who have really good command of English, but those who are using English with very fluent speaking, but not correct grammar. That is not really a problem, as long as you understand, right?
Yeah, some of their movies very interesting, especially they speak English. So
yes, like there was a very famous. What is that? You know what? I can't remember the movie title, but it's something to do with a lot of school kids, and they're kind of rebellious, and to do with parenting and family education too. I think I can't remember that. A family. Let me check. Singapore. Is it to be parenting movie? Films you can watch with your kids. Maybe that's a good list we can see. Oh yes, I think this is it. This is the cast.
Wrong.
Oh, is it called Home Run?
Wrong.
Yeah, what is what?
Do you see it?
Yeah,
you watch
that,
the
that
movie?
I remember this boy.
Yeah, boy and little girl.
Yeah, and where are the rest of the list?
Read
Mm.
more.
Oh, you have to. Oh, I really hate this. You know, I prefer to have just one page showing everything. I really hate this when sometimes when you visit a website, they want to catch you. They keep asking you to click next and then showing you a lot of advertisements. I really feel that it's a waste of my time. I don't like that. So I'm going to leave this site. Singapore films you can watch with kids. Come on, give me a decent list. Yeah, Home Run. 跑吧孩子. Is it the name? Yeah, a lot of kids I kind of remember. And not this one. Is this one? Oh, yes. I'm not stupid.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah, did you watch this?
No.
小孩不笨. A good one.
Not have any impression.
And
In-
you know, I can simulate a little bit like these three kids. One is from very wealthy family. This one, the chubby boy in the middle. And this boy's from a middle class family. Can't remember that one. They don't like each other in the beginning, I think, but they end up to be really good friends.
Mhm.
And they all have their arguments or rebellious moments from time to time because their parents all want them to do the things they want them to do, not kids want. And yeah, and I remember one seeing the mom that from the wealthy family, I think the wealthy family's mom keeps saying, "It's for your own good lah."
Exactly, said exit.
It's for your own good lah. It's not for your mom. And you know, I still kind of English, not Singlish. It's just fun. And I remember when I flew to Singapore when I was still flying, ground staff, Thomas, his name is Thomas. So we call them the way they call us. They call me Stephanie. I call him Thomas. So Kevin, your name would be Kevin.
yeah.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah, and Grace would be.
What about the Grace?
Yeah, it might be still the same.
Yeah, I watched another one is talking about the government employee, how they get like how they reply their their boss. They always CC loop everybody in the same mail, but no one is. It's so funny one. I couldn't remember the name.
So it's not this one then. So do you remember the movie title?
No, I cannot remember, but I always remember that sentence.
Yeah, I got to.
Lah.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. And maybe wiki. And then I'll copy that to all of you. And then we look for the movie you mentioned. So this is the one. So I'll just put it.
I think Singapore people, they speak English so quickly, so fluid.
Very fluent, but funny accent.
Yeah, so funny.
But actually, it's kind of fun. I mean, every time when you speak to them, you do sense that, oh, finally, I feel my English is not that bad. I don't mean to compare, but you know, you feel your accent is more clearer compared to theirs.
Also the
Malaysian, yes, Malaysian English is a little interesting if we were to compare that way. And I want to give the second one to you that I'm not stupid. Wait, there, that's a good one. And let's look for the one Grace just mentioned. It's also a Singapore movie. Singapore movie about what?
the government 公务人员
Korean?
office government employee.
Oh, government servant?
Yeah,
Government servant doing some protests or something like that?
not a protest.
Is it this one? Singaporean. Oh, but that's horror comedy.
No, not a horror. It's funny.
Let's look for images.
I don't like the horror one.
No, I don't like that either, but it's a comedy. It says it's a horror comedy.
Horror comedy is a horror.
Horror comedy. And not here, right? So
Mm.
more Singapore movie about government. It's an email notification. Did you see it?
Long time ago.
Right here, 美满人生，我们的故事 No? Or maybe more? That looks like a Bollywood.
Yeah, that's about
It's
3.
Bollywood, 宝莱坞。
宝莱坞 maybe 是
Yeah.
新，也许是美满人生，只有看起来这个比较
哦This one?
嗯哼
Singapore Dreaming. And what is that about? You can stream online to celebrate the Singapore spirit at home. So many advertisements. What is that? Ilu Ilu? What is that? Oh, this Philippines. And let's go down. 12 stories. Singapore Dreaming. Yes, I'm not stupid. It's famous. You see. Singapore Dreaming.
I think it's this one.
This little red hot has produced in a decade a superb masterpiece that portrays. Sorry, my eyesight. You know what? I'm stupid. I should just enlarge it.
Maybe okay.
Singapore
then
authentically and tackles the issue of class divide austerely. Is it? Looks more like that, right?
Yeah,
Singapore Dreaming.
I need
So
to.
let's look for it. Singapore Dreaming. Let's go to Singapore Dreaming. Is it
I think it's this one. Yes.
Singapore film follows the Low family, typically Singaporean working class family.
Yeah.
So this might be it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So maybe you know what? You should read this bit for us to introduce this movie. And you know, we have the very reason to do it because we're doing socializing today. Yay. So we can talk about anything we want, really.
Oh, this film is inspired by a 2000 essay, paved with good intentions that the writer of the film had written for Singapore International Foundation, a concatenation of email Singapore said yes, email sent to writer, co-linguist and Wu Yang on their life story in relation to the Singapore Dream, eventually lead them to write, produce and direct Singapore Dream. This film starts Richard Low as Pen. This is the S. The film was
it's all right. Loads of names.
Oh yeah.
But I have to say that I was lost when you were reading it till the end. So I had to look for this red spot.
Because their name is very strange to me.
Yeah, and even Chinese names, not easy to pronounce, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. So I
If
think
you
that's a
have,
good translation.
yeah, if you have time, you can take a look. It's funny.
Yes, we definitely have to take a look. You know, because my family always watches something during meal. I prefer to not watch anything when I'm having dinner, but dinner is always a big meal for everybody to get together. I mean,
Yeah,
for,
you
you
don't
know, for
talk.
family.
You don't
Yeah.
talk during the dinner.
I like to, but you know, my husband and my son, they like to watch something instead of chatting, and I prefer
Oh,
to have a good time together without watching anything. But again, it's democracy. You have to follow what the majority wants. So I'm the minority. Well, unless I could give birth to a daughter, you know, or another son, then anyway, so I'm too old for that. Too old for that. And
Kevin, do you have time to dinner with your family at home?
Yeah, in weekend, this week, last weekend, Mother's Day.
Mother's
Yeah,
Day, the best
So you-
reason
yeah,
for doing that.
So
yeah.
you
We
don't watch
go.
TV when you have the dinner, right?
We, but we must follow my father need.
Oh, so he watch the TV.
Not me turn on the TV. It's my father want to see, so he what turn on.
Oh, wow. So I'm not sure. So he decides what you watch every night.
Not every night because I am there in my hometown in Zhanghua.
Oh,
I am in Taoyuan, so always I eat dinner with my wife.
Yeah. So usually just the two of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So but when you have a dinner with your family, I mean, you know, the whole family or lots of your family members together, is your dad the head of the family then?
My father like family time.
Family.
Yeah.
So your dad decides what you watch.
Yeah.
When you have a family reunion meal.
I think it's not related to my father. It's my little brother's son and the daughter related to them.
Oh, so they decide.
Related to children. Children want to see the Doraemon. They will. Okay. Doraemon.
Yeah, I know, because you use the big screen as the babysitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you use that as a babysitter to calm your kids down, to grab their attention and make them quiet. then you grown-ups
Right.
can have a good chat.
Yeah, try to let me quiet because if they crying, oh, not only one guy, and I must be handled. Sometimes my father will tell me, handle the children, let him don't cry.
Take care of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And how old is your dad? Hope you don't mind me ask. How
Sorry?
old is your dad?
Oh, more than 70. More than 70.
So
It's
70
very old.
something.
Early 70.
Yeah, early 70s. Uh-huh. But let me think. If my mom was born in 1950. So if she was still around, she's
70.
60. Oh my gosh, my math. Yeah, so pretty much the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
still
you are
young.
younger than
Still
me.
young. Yeah, and oh yeah, thank you, Grace, for inviting Kevin to join our conversation, because we too were too hyper talking about Singaporean movies. And that's just so is this such a funny topic to talk about, right? Because Singapore people, they're really good at making comedies, aren't they? And that was a funny thing. We just saw a horror comedy.
Horror comedy.
I think we call that 黑色 black.
黑色幽默。
Yeah, that is a better translation rather than 恐怖, right? Because it's not really that scary, but it's because it's defined to be a comedy, so it should be, we say maybe 30, 70. Yeah, the portion of that horror bit, 30% of it, 70% of the fun stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so we had a good chat, and let's get back to what Grace just mentioned about the Mother's Day, because there's something I can share with you. Do you see that? My browser is set to be in this time zone, UK. Our Mother's Day is in March in the UK.
Why?
Don't ask me why. I didn't decide it.
Why?
But I can show you something.
So
Yeah.
what time is your Easter? Do you have Easter day? Because Easter.
Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. And it varies every year. So let me get back to Mother's Day first. I want to show you a chart here. There you go. Do you see Taiwan? Taiwan, where is Taiwan? There. Taiwan is there. And let me minimize it. Then we can see the comparison there. You see that's Taiwan there, right? So we're following a lot of countries, probably around 50, I guess. We all celebrate the Mother's Day in May. Is the second Sunday of May, so it varies every year. And the same as United States, Ukraine, Vietnam, and a lot of other countries. But then let's look for United Kingdom. Where is UK? There. I have to use United, U-N-I-T-E-D. There you go. United Kingdom there. So we celebrate our Mother's Day on the fourth Sunday in Lent. And Lent is this. So it's to do with religion. Yeah. And so that's the Mothering Sunday. And as I remember, I heard this from my husband, it's something to do with the Mothering Church. So it's to do with religion. But only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 countries in the world are celebrating the Mother's Day in March. Well, not in March, but the way we do here. So the fourth Sunday in Lent. And so don't ask me why. Somebody decided it long ago. But we won in Taiwan, actually. You see, the majority of the world is celebrating Mother's Day the same way we do in Taiwan. In May, you just feel that relates to mothers more, don't you?
I don't know why.
I don't know, there is an impression of 五月花, Mayflower.
Oh, okay.
And so to me, as a Taiwanese, Mayflower is not a boat. But to Americans, yes. The very first immigrants transportation from the UK to the US.
In Taiwan, 五月花 is tissue paper.
Yes, that's my impression too. So we're from the same era. Tissue rolls, tissue papers.
Tissue rolls. Yeah.
And does that relate to moms?
Kind of.
Kind of, because we do a lot of cleaning, don't we?
Yeah.
I just did the bathroom cleaning with my son last night on my Mother's Day. I mean, as a Taiwanese, yeah. And I'm fine. I'm happy because he's helping out.
Good.
Very rarely.
Oh.
But he's starting to change. I'm very happy. So this is something we can, share with everybody. I like to make a screenshot. So hope I can be successful to compare the United Kingdom and Taiwan. Is it there? Yay. You know what? I'm going to do a screenshot right in front of you and let you see how I do it. See there, the Mother's Day. And I'm going to circle Taiwan. Taiwan, where is Taiwan now? There. Tiny Taiwan.
Oh.
And the United Kingdom there. And let's do that. And let's do that. Useful stuff to have. And I'm gonna share that in the group so you guys can all get that useful thing. So now you know
Thank you.
Mother's Days are celebrated differently
Mhm.
in different worlds. I mean, different countries. Yeah. So, you know, just to be positive, I'm happy to celebrate my day twice a year.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
my friends here in the UK, they congratulate and celebrate, you know, that day with me on WhatsApp and also phone calls. A lot of screenshots or photos are shared. And so that's in March. And I forgot they don't celebrate Mother's Days in May as we do in Taiwan. So actually I did that on WhatsApp, and my friends on WhatsApp all getting back to me say, are you mad? We don't celebrate that. This is May. I say, yeah, I know, but I celebrate my day twice a year. Do you mind that? I had to talk back to them. Anyway, it's good. And yeah, so but today I think we still have something we can learn from that boring video. So that let's still get on with it. Let's watch a little bit of it and then
Okay.
discuss on how we can do our socializing better. There you go. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I'm using that red dot. That's why. Okay. Why can I use full screen now? Ah, okay. F11 is okay too. Okay. Right, so that's my volume. It's a little unfunctional today. So let's try one more time. Oh, get back to mouse. I see. That's why. Right, I'm gonna play anyway.
And now let's start the lesson with my first tip, which is to ask open questions to keep the conversation going and to show that you're interested. Open questions are questions that begin with question words like what, when, which, why, or how. Let's look at some examples. You ask a friend or colleague, "What did you do last night?" And the response is, "I went to the cinema." Ask the following questions to keep the conversation going and show interest. What did you see? Which cinema did you go to? Who did you go with? What did you do afterwards? There's a bonus PDF and audio download with over 100 useful conversation questions included in my course, Make Small Talk with Confidence. Moving on to my second tip, which is to use the question, "How about you?" or "What about you?" to turn the question around. This is a really useful conversation question, and we use it all the time to show that we're also interested in the other person. Let's look at an example. What did you do at the weekend? We went out for a meal on Saturday night. Oh yeah, where did you go? To the new sushi place near the station. Right, I heard it's very good. Yeah, it was. The food was amazing. What about you? Did you do anything at the weekend? And here's a quick tip. If you're talking to more than one person, say, "How about you guys?" or "What about you guys?" We often use the word guys as an informal term when we're talking to a group of people. How about you guys? Did you do anything at the weekend? My next tip is about changing the subject. When you've said everything there is to say about a subject or topic, then it's time to change the subject. To do this, use a simple word like "so" or a simple phrase like "by the way." So, have you heard anything from Maria lately? So, did you watch the match last night? By the way, do you have any plans for Friday night? By the way, do you know if George got that job he went for? So my next tip is about showing interest. I've already mentioned it several times in this lesson. Now, we often use words like really or oh to show interest, but we can also use echo questions. To formulate an echo question, we use the auxiliary verb of the statement the other person has just said.
Okay, I think that's good enough. And that's 4 minutes long, and he has shown probably 2 to 3 tips. But honestly, you two are good at chatting. You two are very conversational. So I think we should just continue with our chat using the tips that he has shown. How about that?
So
You
you
see,
say
there are so many
cinema-
tips.
You say
9.
cinema but more than movie.
What
Are
is
you-
that?
You say we went to cinema last night. You don't say we went to a movie last night.
Well, you can say that too, but cinema is a building,
Oh, okay.
like and you go to a movie. That means you go to watch a movie, but in a short way. So when you go to a movie theater, when you go to a movie, when you go to a cinema, they all mean the same.
No, I know. Just you.
Yeah.
You are more often saying you went to a cinema.
Well, like in the UK,
Okay.
yeah, but like in the States, you say you go to a movie. That's usually the way people usually say. Yeah, let's make it smaller. It's too hard, too big. There. I was trying to cancel the full screen. My computer isn't so well functional. And so let's get back here. So I like the tips he has just shared, but I like to use the questions that he also gave us. Honestly, he's a good teacher, but I like something more vivid, more interactive, rather than just watching and discussing about it. And I like to have, interesting things we just talked about, like the movie we talked about. We didn't really plan about it, but we just, the 3 of us, we got together in this lesson and we suddenly talk about it. Who started it?
Started what?
Grace.
The movie?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
that's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Here is one sentence is very interesting. Saying
Which one?
conversation is an exercise of the mind. Gossip is
Which one?
generally the number 9.
Oh, number 9. Oh, there. Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna use that red dot again to help Kevin and me get to the focus of what you're talking about. There. Yeah. You want to read this line, number 9?
Yes, conversation is an exercise of the mind. Gossip is merely an exercise of the tongue. Ooh, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's like a
Most of
philosophy.
my colleagues, they doing gossip. They don't really do conversation.
I think gossiping is to do with your feeling, but talking and conversation is more to do with your thinking. And these two are kind of different. So I agree that. I totally agree.
For me, their gossip is always saying somebody's things, not their own things. It's talking about the third party who is not in that place. The other.
Yeah. So it's talking about other people's life story, or even something not true, something
or
rumor,
even
something untrue.
Yeah, something bad.
Yeah, could be, something bad or something make us feel amused. Sometimes with a mean idea of teasing people secretly or privately is just not nice. But unfortunately, we female tend to easily fall into that.
Yes,
right?
I think females tend to doing that a lot, but I don't know if males also do that. Kevin, does your colleagues will also gossip?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't understand what gossip.
Gossip. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go.
Gossip.
Gossip
is not a good thing.
Okay.
There.
Just talking something, just anything you can talking about.
Yeah, but it's usually quite negative.
Yeah, 闲言闲语。
Yeah. But you know, I have to say, I used to think only female like us, we do that. But I know some guys, they do that too.
Yes.
But the female girls, we easily fall into that. We have
Because our company has
we have
90%.
bigger
Hear
years.
something and hear something and go to see.
Hey,
Oh.
is that your lovely wife?
Yeah.
Hi.
Looking
Hello.
for you.
Hi. Hi, my dear.
He go out. He go out.
She tried. She did try to dodge. She was trying to lower her gesture. See, no, I don't want to be in camera. Vivian, right?
Yeah, I told to her. Yeah, you can join.
Yeah, just tell her, feel
But,
free.
Yeah, she said, I am busy for other things.
I can barely hear you, Kevin. What did you say?
Oh, my
She
wife
said she is busy.
my wife said she is busy for other things.
For example, like watching TV soap operas, like 追剧.
We suffer the Amber Bus issue, so we cannot see any movie.
Also, you don't do that at all?
Because our Amber Bus is broken, I must send to the repair.
Oh,
Amber
right. When
Bus,
is it coming back?
I do not say so. No, like,
So
but
you can just say, I have no ideas at all.
yeah, I have no idea at all. Okay.
Yeah. Of course, you know, as a TSMC engineer, you prefer not to do that, not to say that to your colleagues. When you really have no ideas at all, you still have to say, I'm thinking about it. Don't say I have no ideas at all.
You will be challenging. You
Yeah,
will be highlight. Also,
Yeah.
especially you are in the meeting.
Yeah, so don't say that to your colleagues, especially your supreme instructors or managers.
Yeah,
No good for your job.
Yeah, our top manager will change your one to join the meeting.
Well, that is a good one. Supreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. And I heard about that bad news about the what is that? The production line cut off. Was it?
Cut off?
Or was it a sudden an issue? I'm not quite sure. This is something about your TSMC fab operation, something like that.
We have some issue. We always we make an issue and we broken something, then we repair something, and then we show our value.
So you have to do troubleshooting all the time.
In the case, I support to do the troubleshooting. Yeah.
Yeah, technically, right?
Yeah. Because
And
we also, I think it's related in our company. I think we must be suffer this and response.
you must suffer. You're very honest. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because they always challenge us, so I think suffer.
Is it why you didn't turn up at all last week? You were very busy troubleshooting last week, so you didn't come to the lessons at all.
The case is go on but in the last week is before the Mother's Day. I must be prepared some gift and booking some.
Oh, I see. For the Mother's Day. Oh, don't tell your wife or your mom that you were doing a troubleshooting, because that should not be a trouble. That should be that should be a pleasure.
Not trouble.
It's not trouble at all, honey. You know, you've got to remember to say something sweet. It's not troublesome at all. Honey, it's my pleasure. I'm so happy to prepare something for you. I always want to do that. It's always in my mind. You've got to do that.
hope to give some surprise.
Yeah.
But if you do not do, they will. Okay.
Explode.
I am fine. I am fine. It's okay. You forget. I'm okay.
You forgot about me. How could you? Is Vivian that dramatic?
I think. Oh, I
Right.
think he can go to join some movie. He can play some movie.
Really? So but she's not, what you say, she's not like a negatively emotional, but she's a drama queen.
Drama.
Queen.
Queen, drama queen.
This is not a good one. Drama queen, how do we translate that? Like in a negative way, you know, in a very negative way, then that means that person is very emotional, very moody, always down and angry all the time. Or like when you bring something nice and they would be very exaggerating. That's a drama queen.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
No,
exaggerate.
he not a drama queen.
A drama.
Drama queen. Yeah.
Yeah,
He is
drama.
Not, she is not a drama queen. But
bad.
he is eager to show something like a movie. Yeah.
Do you mean she's playful?
But sometimes he usually show playful, show to me alone. I think is okay. But show when have some show this one in a party, I think I must be do something.
You mean you would be talking to yourself in there, like, I've got to do something to stop her.
Yeah.
But I can tell, your couple interaction is very intimate and very close. You two are quite happily together. That is a nice thing. The worst thing of a couple is when you grow into a super quietness, when there's no one around, just you and her. And that's terrible, because you have to picture, oh gosh, another 20 or 30 years or 40 years of my life would be like that. That's terrible, right?
But we always find some interesting in our life.
Yeah, something in common to talk about.
Yeah, we try to make life more interesting.
Yeah, so look for something in common to play, to do, to talk about, to watch. That's great. Like I like walking. I really like walking, because it's a very how do you call that? It's a very it's a calm type of exercise, and you don't
I
drive
also
yourself
like
too
the
hard.
exercise. Yeah. But
Yeah, so walking to the nature, and I mean, when the husband is nice, you get to talk, to each other, and you watch beautiful view, have fresh air, spend time together. That's what we call intimacy. Intimacy. I need to look for a better one. Intimacy.
亲密吧。
Yes. Yeah. Yes, that's a better one. So it's a very intimate relationship.
to be close.
Yeah, intimacy.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean, you know what I mean, not physically, but I mean mentally and relationship wise, it's important. Yeah, good. And what about you, Grace? Do you always like to find something in common with your husband or with your family, to be together, to do things together? Do you like that?
Yeah, sure. Well, I try to find the time to bring my parents out for a small travel to different place.
For your family bonding.
Yes.
Right? That's not a good translation. Family bonding. Funding. Funding. How do we translate that? Funding. What? It doesn't have it? Funding. Yeah, let me look for another one. mm, oh, wait, I'm trying to use a new thing here. Advanced translation. It's even worse. 年节. So bonding means relationship, close relationship, like a bridge. Yeah.
家
So
庭关系
how do
差不
we?
多啦。
Yeah, but not quite there, right?
Sometimes bring your plan to a family travel trip. So
Yeah.
you can go to the somewhere and walking and talk. You have something you can talk in together and discussing can increase the family bonding. I think.
Yes. So organizing a family trip, going somewhere, that's a good way. Have you ever? Yes, you went to Japan. Right,
I
Kevin?
went to Japan when the COVID-19 end.
You mean you will be going to Japan again with your family after COVID-19 ends?
Yeah. So
Yeah, we do have to keep praying for that.
When during the COVID-19, we just go around in Taiwan.
Domestic trip, right?
Yeah.
Domestic means not international. Yeah, within the family boundary, border. Yeah, domestic trip. Yeah.
Domestic trip.
And what about you, Grace? Have you ever organized any family trips in the past?
Oh, quite often though. We went to Alishan on May 1st.
Ali Mountain, Alishan. Alishan. I think my dad went there too. He took a photo with 2 Aboriginal girls. So what did you plan?
Oh, I drive. Oh, actually, yes, I drive to there. It took.
You drove everyone there.
Yes, I drove everyone to Alishan. It took me 3.5 hours.
From Taipei?
From Tainan.
Oh, from Tainan. Yeah, I'm sorry. Always forget.
And other area like Xiding or Fenqihu, it's quite nice.
Fenqihu, I went there before.
And Xiding is nice. Xiding has a lot of tea garden, tea village, tea whatever. They produce
tea farms. Tea farm. 茶庄.
茶园.
茶园.
Xiding is very. I think it's very nice. If you have time, you can visit there.
Xiding.
I
have never heard about that place.
In the middle of the Alishan Gonglu. 公路. Xiding.
I said 公路. Yeah, and have I ever been there? Alishan? Yes, Fenqihu. That's the only tourist attraction I have ever been to in that area, I think.
Fenqihu is not. Alishan is on the top, even far away, like 1 hour away. And Fenqihu is here, and Xiding is here.
So is that, well, because I have no orientation at all. My orientation is really awful. Orientation.
Oh, in the 方向感.
Yes, not that. You see? You really can't trust them, can you? Yeah. So orientation, my orientation is just funny. Without Google Map. Without Google Map.
No, everybody is relying on Google Map. You have to.
I know, but even within 5 minutes walking distance, I can get lost too.
That is too much.
Yes, yeah, I know. So I appreciate Google. I appreciate that service because no one wants to get lost. Right. And right. So so that is a very famous tourist attraction in Alishan. And so have you ever been there, Kevin?
I have been there in when I am the United, or I'm a student.
University.
Yes, when
Yeah,
you were
university
a
student. Yeah.
We sometimes just say uni.
Uni
Yeah,
student.
university. It's in
Yeah.
short. So when I came to the UK, a lot of people thought I was just a university student until they saw my son. So I should be proud of my face though. They thought I was a young girl.
Very young.
She said, oh, are you from a uni? I said, well, I went to a college. So they thought I was a college student. And I said, no, actually I have a son. I came here to settle down with my family. So I'm married and I have a son and I'm nearly 50. And people was like, really? Thanks to my dad and my mom, I don't look as old as my real physical age. So that's a blessing. Yeah, so just to show you this, uni can be taken as university in the UK, not in the States. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when you were in the uni, you went to Alishan with your
Yeah.
with your
Current
classmate.
mate. Yeah, with my classmate, we go to the Ali. Yeah, and see the sakura.
Cherry blossom.
Yeah,
cherry blossom.
Okay, cherry
cherry blossom.
blossom. Cherry blossom.
樱花
Yes, 樱花盛开盛放。
Yeah.
There.
When we go there,
I forgot to give you English there. Sorry. Is it working now?
Is it okay?
Somewhere, right? Yes, it is working. Yeah, the cherry blossom.
SSAN, right?
Yeah, OM.
OM.
Yeah, cherry blossom.
Cherry.
And we don't say cherry flower, cherry blossom.
Blossom.
Yeah,
Cherry,
and
I see.
actually where I live is beautiful next to a big stray. A big stray. Oh, stray means grassland. Yeah, beautiful. It's a royal stray.
Oh.
It
no.
belongs to the royal family, and it's
Mhm.
got a lot of beautiful cherry blossom this season every year.
Mhm.
I think probably Harry.
Enjoy ABC teaching has finished. 3 o'clock.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a reminder. I didn't know it reads that for me because I reset my computer. Thank you.
Oh.
My computer is alive. No, it's all right. We can still chat a bit. That's Harrogate. It's where I live. Harrogate cherry blossom. We got beautiful cherry blossoms here. Still on, I think. There, you see that?
Wow.
Wow, almost
Really
like this
beautiful.
one.
Nice.
Like just like that in Alishan, is it?
Almost.
Are there different colors? I mean, like cherry only
Pink,
pink and white, right?
Pink and white. Yes.
Only two colors.
I just see this kind, two kind. If for other color, I just say it's flower. I don't know.
I saw white cherry blossoms too, but very rarely. And I also found that those cherry trees with white cherry blossoms are female
Oh, really?
Oh,
because they produce cherry fruits, cherries.
Mhm.
Nice. We got free cherries to pick every year.
oh,
And for free, nice, very fresh. Here, next to where I live. This is great. I
Yeah,
love that.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
Mm.
So did you guys know that there are male and female cherry trees?
Yeah, just now I know. Before before you told to me, I do not know this one.
Me either, till I was told. Because there are a lot of pinky ones. You can't help to feel, okay, they're the same. Until I found certain spots, or only with, very few trees or white blossoms. So then I realized, you know what? Those trees are the trees produce fruits. Then I realized they're female.
So the fruit they got is the red cherry, not the white cherry.
I've never heard about white cherries. I mean,
White cherry is very expensive. Actually, they
Really?
did have the white cherry.
really, I've never seen that. I have never heard about that. So cherry fruit. Poplars. Yeah, red ones are very normal. Yeah, I like fresh and natural cherries only. I don't like that. I don't
Yeah, I
like
don't like.
Oh,
these
I don't like
artificial
that.
colored and flavored one. Disgusting.
No,
I don't get it. Why do people like them?
I
And
don't
also
like it.
green ones.
I don't like
It has the medicine taste.
Yes, very artificial, the flavor.
Yeah.
I
Here's
hate that.
white cherry here, the
That?
yellow one.
Oh, that's why you call that white, because they look a bit like baby potatoes. I mean the
Beige.
color.
The color is beige. Beige.
Beige.
Beige. B-E-I-G. Beige.
How do you spell that?
Beige. B-E-I-G-E.
B-E-I-G-E.
Beige.
Oh, I didn't know that color. B-E-I-G-E.
beige,
Beige.
Beige.
So is it French?
I don't know.
Because the G-E is not ch, not G, but sh. Again,
Beige.
beige,
beige. It's kind of creamy yellow to me.
Yes.
Yeah, so new color we learned today. Thank you, Grace.
We use it a lot.
You know what? Because I grew up, having that kind of birthday cakes with white creams on it and
Mhm.
a lot of green and artificially red cherries, usually halved, right?
Yes.
And when you take that off the cream, you see that color on the butter on the cream. It's just disgusting. The
This is so
flavor
sweet.
is disgusting too.
That's so sweet. So
Yes, exactly. There, artificial, CIAL. Yeah, artificial color. I hate it.
that is pigment.
And
Pigment.
yeah, and also the flavor is disgusting. And I remember the first time I saw fresh and natural cherry fruits, that was in the States, probably in California, in a supermarket. So when I saw those fresh cherries, I was just still disgusted because I thought, okay, so it's just another kind of cherry, but they would taste the same. Till my flight attendant colleagues, they bought some and brought back to the hotel, and we had it. I loved it. Nice, slightly sour, slightly sweet, and of course not the the little seeds in the middle, but just spit it out. And I
Not like
started
the
to love
coffee
it.
syrup anymore, right?
Any what?
I mean the fake one. The fake one like a coffee syrup.
Yeah, artificial one. Yeah, I don't like it.
像咳嗽糖浆 coffee syrup.
Syrup, yeah, syrup,
Syrup.
maple syrup. But it's got that medicine taste. It's don't get why people like it. So when I first learned, it's actually very good taste when it's fresh. I started to love it. But it's quite pricey though.
Yes.
It's quite pricey here too.
Really? I saw you have on the tree is free.
Yeah, so it's pricey. If you go to the supermarket, it could be like a small box of it, like, okay, a small box like this, maybe just 10,
$2.99.
just 10 or 20, and you have to
10
pay
pounds?
10 to 20 cherries inside, and
Oh.
you pay about 2 to 3 pounds,
Yeah.
100 to 120 NT for a box like that.
Yeah.
But it's free from the stray, so I've never bought it. Just go to the cherry trees and you can pick some fresh ones.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's great. Anyway, so it's good. You know, every time when I see you guys in a lesson, when it's a coffee chat or like this socializing, I'm just always very happy because I enjoy free talk more than topics.
Because the topic is boring.
Yeah, topics can be boring, especially when it's involved with teaching. But I still have to say it's helpful for some people. But I can't say I hate it. I dislike it. Yeah. Anyway, but you know, it's still helpful if it's for your self-study. You know, then you have no one there to help you. At least you got some tips that you can learn from. Still a good thing. Yeah. And so I would suggest you guys, especially like Kevin, when you come into a lesson and when you see somebody very talkative like me, like Grace, prepare something. You know, before coming into a lesson, what am I going to share today? I'm going to share the movie I watched with my wife. Then you get to talk in the very beginning, then you can lead the conversation. That is the way. That's the way I can share with you. Whenever I go to a party, you know, with a group of strangers, I don't know what to talk, don't know about those people much. I'll share something that I've been doing. Then they will follow me. That's the
That's
way
a
I
good
do.
idea.
Yeah, especially when you go to a party. Yeah, I mean, a
Thank
girl,
you,
you don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
people to ask your privacy. You know what I mean.
Mm.
Good. So I have enjoyed our conversation quite a lot, and I hope you guys did too. And I look
Yes.
forward to our next chat. All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and thank you so much for our 1 hour together. And I'll see you next time.
See you next.
Bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.